Cancer, welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get into your monthly outlook. Alright, it's been some time since I've done monthly readings, but I'm excited to get back into them. And this is going to be for August. Alright, Cancer, this is just a general outlook for the month of August, right? And if, depending on what comes up, it could center on your work or your career, your love life, whatever's going on, spiritual growth, whatever the case may be. We're just going to take a general look. And of course, this is not going to resonate for everyone. But if you have Cancer in your sun, moon, rising, or maybe your Venus or Mars, some of this reading may indeed resonate with you. All right, Cancer. So first of all, let me get into your animal spirits for the month. I'm going to pull out 2 animal spirits for the month for you. Just to see, you know, what kind of animal spirits you might be sort of embodying or taking on for this next August period. Show me, Cancer. Alright, Cancer, we have for you the Panther. Wow. And the Dragonfly. Alright. Panther and the Dragonfly. Fire and air. The Panther. So, Cancer. Panther energy is all about annihilation, chaos, and purging, right? The Panther, imagine a panther in the wild, right? The Panther just kind of pounces, doesn't it? This is how, you know, any kind of creature or prey is set upon by the Panther. It's an apex predator. It comes out of nowhere. And generally, Panther energy is energy that comes into your life when there is utter chaos. All of a sudden, out of left field comes utter chaos, comes utter change, right? And what ends up happening is you're forced to have to purge. You're forced to have to sort of get rid of things that have been hiding in the corners. You know, sometimes it can just be, you know, just a living situation where all of a sudden some kind of chaos erupts and you find out through this chaos that in fact you've kind of been stagnated in a lot of areas and it's time to move on. So it's kind of a forced purging in a lot of ways. Panther energy is very chaotic, but always once the dust settles, it's almost as if you've been sort of cleaned out, right? But in a good way. All the stagnant shit in your life has sort of been cleaned out of the corners of your life, and now you have room to sort of actually grow. And oftentimes grow in areas that you didn't even know you were going to grow in. Dragonfly energy is air energy, master of the mind, light, and illusion. And just like the dragonfly, you watch a dragonfly in the nature and its wings are so shimmery. Oftentimes, 2 people looking at the same dragonfly will never see the same thing because of this iridescent quality of the wings, and just everything about the dragonfly is so ethereal and mystical. And so in this way we think about the mind. The mind is always shifting and shimmering. Things are not always as they seem. And the dragonfly comes into our lives, this energy, this air energy comes into our lives oftentimes when we need to take stock of our perception. Things are not always as they seem. You know, are we looking at things through sort of clear crystal clarity, or are we looking through it sort of through the prism, you know, through the iridescence? Are we seeing something there that isn't quite there? And so it's a time to also be very sort of aware and sort of self-aware, right, of your mind and how you're seeing things, your mental thoughts, your perceptions, in specific, your perceptions, the way you're perceiving situations, people, places, and things, right? And to be mindful that not everything is always as it seems. So we got turned over card here. We have some pretty interesting energy. As far as animal spirits are concerned, we have fire and air energy here. So let's get right into it, Cancer. Now it's time to pull out your 9-card spread over this August period and see what you've been going through, what you're going to be going through. Show me what's going on for Cancer. Especially now we have this dragonfly and panther energy there. So we have a little bit of an idea of the energies that are going to be around the person resonating with this reading. Show me, Cancer. Alright. Alright, Cancer. Let's get into it. For August, you come out as Page of Cups, Devil, Two of Swords, Empress, Four of Wands, Temperance, Five of Cups, Three of Cups, Six of Cups. All right, bottom of the deck we have Three of Pentacles. I'm going to leave that right there. I'll come back to that Three of Pentacles. All right, at the heart of your month, you do have Four of Wands, right? Four of Wands is at the center, the 1111 card. Oftentimes, I will look at for this particular spread, I look at this bottom card as a crossing energy for the center. So there's 1111, right? Soulmate card. Talking about Venus and Aries energy, a new connection, a new love coming in. Through work, possibly, right? Three of Pentacles is gain on the job, gain in your efforts and your works that you do, putting your mind, body, and soul into work. Oftentimes working with more people, getting more attention, more accolades. And so these two energies work really well. Let's get right into how you come into the month and how your month is progressed. You come into the month starting off with Page of Cups energy, going into Devil energy. So you start off the month just very kind of like, I'm going to say in this particular month of August, you're going to be particularly concerned with a friendship or particular connection, right? A choice maybe even between a friendship and a connection. Page of Cups, somebody's coming into you and they're going to be sort of bringing you tokens of admiration and love, right? Coming in. Yet at the same time, you're going to be having some devil energy and a choice to make. This is all kind of at the beginning of August. You're going to be wanting to play with fire a lot. Your passions are going to be tested. Devil energy can be highly creative, Cancer. Okay, devil energy can be very creative, but also throughout this creative energy, it is a card for Capricorn, by the way. Without this creative energy, there is also the same energy is where our passion comes from, because we create because of our passion, right? Artists are passionate. Artists have a certain sense of fulfillment that come out of their expression of this passion. What is the expression? The art that they manifest. The highest form of creativity is to produce a child. How do we do that, though? We do that through sex. We have sex with passion, right? What is to make love. And so in this way, creativity and sexual desire and passions are all linked. And the devil reminds us that, you know, there are two sides to this coin. You can be a slave to your passion as well, right? You can be a slave to your passion. And this is when we then descended to things like addiction, you know, vices, playing with fire, risky behavior, taking risks, you know, and that is the shadow side of allowing your passions to run away with you. And so there's going to be this kind of interesting feeling, Cancer, in the beginning of August. You're going to have somebody coming into you, yet at the same time, this energy is around you with the devil. You may be dealing. You have Panther energy as well coming in. So some of this chaos or some of this devil energy coming in may be coming in through Panther energy. You have Two of Swords there. You're going to be feeling like you need to make a decision, right? You're going to be very aware now, right? Dragonfly and Two of Swords is air energy coming together. So you're going to be absolutely aware that this is happening. And that there's almost a choice to make, right? It's going to feel like an impossible choice, though. Going through the month, however, you begin. During the middle of the month, you're going to have an opportunity to work on yourself a lot more. You have Empress energy coming in, which could be coming in as a result of some of this attention here. But the desire to feed yourself creatively, to take care of yourself and nurture yourself. It's almost as if there will be a decision between the two here. Okay, are you going to be feeding yourself? Are you going to be taking care of yourself? Or are you going to allow yourself to go deep into devil energy? It could be that this is something that you struggle with in any case. When I say struggle, it's like, you know, struggle in as much as Two of Swords energy, land of indecision, never knowing which way to go. Oftentimes, balance is what's needed. Four of Wands comes in. And so at some point throughout the month, it feels to me like you're going to be really taken up with a connection. It could be this very connection here. It almost feels like it's there, but here it's very, very tenuous. You may not have any idea about it just yet. Yeah, Four of Wands comes up. At some point, something happens where it's like, oh, wow, boom. This is a perfect connection, and Temperance energy comes in for you. Temperance energy. Temperance is a little strength that comes in for you. And a lot of this is going to be down to this choice here that you make with that Two of Swords. And that is also going to be increased or sort of I want to say, affected by this dragonfly energy. Are you able to see clearly? Are you able to make the right decisions for yourself, right? Um, that is going to be based on you taking care of yourself, Empress energy, because with the Empress, whenever you take the time to invest in yourself and nurture yourself, this is how you can then nurture others. But more than anything, this is how you can then make the right decisions for yourself. It's an energy that is sort of that I want to say has like a reverb effect on itself, right? It's like the more you put into yourself, the better you are at making these decisions and again finding balance. So temperance comes in and you start to get a little bit more control over this energy, this devil energy that's come in. However, towards the end of the month, there's going to be a little bit of sadness coming in, a memory of a past love. Now this could be because it is Four of Wands coming in so strong for you, but this memory of this past love here with this Five of Cups, right? So you were hurt, right? There was something that happened in your past that's really hurt you, and there will be a period towards the end of the month, I think, Cancer, where you're going to be kind of thinking about that a lot, right? And it could be almost as if like you may be feeling guilty about it. There's a feeling of guilt here, I'm going to say, for me, is what it feels like. It doesn't feel like oftentimes Five of Cups is an internal power struggle, right, Cancer? And it's this feeling of like, okay, we've been hurt before in the past, right? And so we wallow in that hurt. A lot of times we wallow in that hurt because we're afraid, right? The Two Cups out standing up here, right? It's do we stay in that hurt? Do we keep wallowing over those Three Cups that have fallen over? Or are we able to sort of find the strength to stand up and look forward and optimism? Now, oftentimes people say, well, why wouldn't you want to look away from pain and look forward? Well, because of fear, right? It's always fear. You know, whenever you want to find a reason that people do things that are not good for them or that stagnate them, it's fear. And the fear is this. Oftentimes we're afraid of getting hurt again. And wallowing and remaining and sort of concentrating and focusing on the hurt in our past. People oftentimes will do that because that's the hurt that you know, right? You know how it feels. You've been through it, and yes, it's painful. But what scares you even more is the next hurt. What could the next hurt possibly bring? If this hurt me, what will the next person have to do to hurt me? And that fear of the unknown pain that a new relationship may or may not cause you, that fear and that anxiety will often is what this battle is all about. Okay? Now, in this instance here, Cancer, I'm feeling strongly like there may be a fear of going through this pain again. There may also be a feeling of guilt. I feel guilt here, right? So for some of you, it could be that it's almost as if you're wanting to stay in the past because by moving on, you're letting somebody else down. Or you're letting somebody that you were involved in pain with, and you almost had this pact with them to stay connected through that pain. Moving on almost leaves them behind. Okay, and so there's a little bit of guilt associated here, I feel. That guilt, I think, leads back to some of this devil energy, but your friends will come in. Three of Cups, what's very important is Three of Cups and pleasure. Your friends are going to come in, and you really need to rely on them in a healthy way, in as much as socializing, allowing them to remind you that life is for the living, and moving on to greener pastures, right? And holding on to any kind of pain in the past, especially when you have Four of Wands coming in for you, it's just unnecessary. And so friendship and loyalty and bonding is going to be really important at that period. And Six of Cups, also pleasure, okay? If this individual is bringing you pleasure, if you actually enjoy being in each other's physical company, Six of Cups is a soulmate card, but it's a card for pleasure as well. If you enjoy being in their company, then do so. Find that time to be, I'd like to say, affectionate, cuddly, physical. Let me get some clarity on this reading. Okay, so this is the reading for Cancer who's going to be going through some stuff emotionally this month. It's going to be mostly surrounded, just this reading, if you're resonating with it, okay? You may not resonate with it. But it feels strongly like there's somebody coming in for you. And you're at this stage where, you know, you're almost about ready to move on, but you're still apprehensive. You're still holding on to something in the past. You're also going to be going through a period this month where there's going to be some real upheaval with that Panther energy. The devil is on the top of your reading, weighing down. So it reminds me that there is going to be a lot of opportunities. There's going to be opportunities for you to make very important decisions. There's going to be sort of opportunities for chaos that come in, and there's just going to be general chaos with that Panther energy that comes in. But part of that, again, is all about annihilating and purging. That Five of Cups, this devil energy is going to come in to bring some of that chaos, maybe even to help you move through this Five of Cups and annihilate some of this guilt that you have here, some of this guilt, pain, grief. Difficult decisions, remember, are going to take some time. Two of Swords. And friends will be here. Show me some clarity. First one here, we have Judgment. Interesting. Ace of Pentacles. Temperance again. Hierophant. King of Cups is coming in. And the Tower. So there's your chaos moment. Right? The Tower. There's your chaos moment. Move these out a little bit so we can see. Okay, so Judgment, reconciliation. This Page of Cups person may be somebody who's coming back from your past. All right, this Page of Cups may be someone, this may be why this Five of Cups is coming out here, some of this guilt. Could definitely be somebody coming back from your past to reconcile with you. And this person may even have been involved with you during this period when you were dealing with whatever this was here. Could be that it's the same person as well. It doesn't feel like it to me though. Okay, some of you may be, but the feeling I have here is that this is not, this regret and grief and pain here has nothing to do with the current person. Ace of Pentacles comes in. So again, issues with work, Ace of Pentacles. So there is opportunity at work coming in and money coming in at work. A lot of money coming in. And a chance. There is a chance for a physical change here. Financial change also, which may be the reason why you're having that Two of Swords. Right? The decision. What do I do? This Ace of Pentacles is going to impact this decision. This will be around the beginning of the month, I'm going to say, and a lot of it, again, is going to go right back to sort of where you are at right now. This Ace of Pentacles could come in the form of a chaotic situation. Out of that situation comes this opportunity, and there is your choice. Remember, Panther energy is at play. Dragonfly is reminding you that not everything is as it seems. Temperance has been sort of reclarified here, Cancer. Okay, so stand still. Stand in your strength. Remember, Temperance is all about really enormous emotional and spiritual strength within yourself to remain in control of yourself regardless of whatever comes on around you, whatever chaos is going on around you. So Temperance and Panther energy is pretty perfect too to come together, because Temperance is exactly what you need when there is absolute chaos coming in for you, right? So that you can remain focused on what you need to do through that, right? Temperance also allows you with that Dragonfly to see between what is real and what is kind of like not really going on, right? Hierophant comes in. So this is a possibility for a long-term committed relationship. The commitment here is going to be extremely important, and that's why it's an 11-11 card for you, Cancer. Somebody's coming in with strong commitment for you. Very traditional, Hierophant energy, very traditional. Again, some of you, there's going to be an aspect here, right? Like I said, it feels like a marriage. Could be also just someone who's come back from, like I said, somebody from your past, from your background, from your culture. But more than anything, this Hierophant is making me feel like there's a possibility for marriage here. King of Cups comes in and your Tower moment. So there it is. Your King of Cups is coming in for you to sort of like knock you out of this Five of Cups energy. They're going to be like, look, I want you. And I really feel like, you know, it may have started as a Page of Cups here, but by the end of the month comes in, you have a full-blown King of Cups coming in, and he's like this person. And I'm saying he because king, but it could be male, female. My readings are not about gender, but energy. King of Cups is very masculine, fiery energy, and he knows what he wants, and he takes it, right? He can be possessive and jealous, but he's coming in to sort of like really establish, you know, like, look, this is what I want. I want this relationship, and this is how it's going to go down. It's very scorpionic energy. And here's your Tower. So there's a Tower moment between your friends and your Six of Cups there, where it's all very beautiful and sweet. Some kind of issue definitely is going to happen. Some kind of event. Again, Panther energy is there. let you know there will be a lot of chaos. But a tower also, the tower comes in to sort of, the divine event comes in on our tower moments. I'm going to say may happen during being out with friends or some kind of gathering. They come in because it's time to tear that tower down and get rid of what is no longer necessary to build the right tower for you. Because the tower, you know, when we set things in stone, they aren't stone. Nothing is set in stone. And that's really a lot of to do with the tower in general. In that reasoning why it must happen. A lot of people are afraid of tower moments, but tower moments bring you to a place where you construct better, bigger, broader towers that involve, that make room for more, which means you have now expanded and have room for more within you, within your life. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want the month readings to be too much longer than 20 minutes or so. Shall I pull some spirits? I think I will. I'll pull a couple of spirits as well, just to finish it off for August, for Cancer. I'm going to try to get all of the August water signs up today. Show me, Cancer. Spirits of darkness and light. What kind of energy is either, you know, helping Cancer or hindering Cancer through this journey this month? Show me. Be ready for the Panther and the chaotic moments. That's the strongest thing I have coming out of this. And this love connection, I think it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but then again, I'm not sure. Vanity, mirror spirit, spider spirit. See, there's your destiny and fate. Decay and stagnation. There you go. Time to get rid of the old. There's your decay and stagnation. All right, I told you, like the Panther gets rid of the stagnation, right? Gets rid of the rot through the annihilation and sort of the crazy moments. The spirit of the fly is there. It's time to get rid of something, right? And yet, at the same time, we also have spirit of spider spirit, which is all about, let me put him back, which is all about destiny and fate, right? Coming in, destiny and fate coming in. This feels very fated with this person. So in a way, like I was going to say, it feels, yeah, in a way it feels like a surprise, but then again, it's almost like something that's been in the back of your head. Maybe the surprise is that it finally came through, right? That it finally came to be. And still, because that chaotic Panther energy coming in, it's all going to feel a little bit like a surprise, right? It's all going to feel a little bit like out of left field. And then, of course, you have mirror spirit, deflecting, vanity, reflecting. That's coming in for you as well. So however way that is resonating for you, some of you Cancers are going to know what that mirror spirit is all about, right? It could just be a side effect of some of the issues here, some of these chaotic moments that might be happening this month. And when I say chaotic, it's like, boom, it just comes in out of nowhere, and it was out of your control, right? Nevertheless, dust will settle. Very faded kind of feeling going on here. And now, this is your reading. All right, Cancer, let me leave it at that. I hope this gave you some clarity. Do come back to it if you resonate with it throughout the month of August. It may continue to give you some clarity. But for right now, have a great, great month. Have a great week. Come back to check out your twin flame readings or your shadow twin flame readings. And that's it, Cancer. I love you. Bye-bye now.